Hello, welcome back to Roast the Week, another week over, and just when you think things can't get any more ridiculous, the President of the United States has suggested that injecting disinfectant could be a way of fighting the virus.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
So is anyone else hearing this?
And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant.
Don't.
Where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that?
What do you mean?
By injection inside or...
I'm not going to inject disinfectant.
Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with.
Oh, medical doctors. Oh, as opposed to non-medical doctors.
So we'll see, but the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
Is he alright? Well, we know the answer to that, no. It's at moments like this that we're reminded that America is being ran by a giant Oompa-Loompa. At no point have I ever thought, oh, let's get some Dettol in me, straight into the veins. No! He's treating it like Dettol is the heroin of the hygiene world. You know, just inject it. Might work, might not. Give it a go. Nah, I'm alright, thanks, big boy. I've always wondered why they put do not consume on the bottle, but it's so that people like Donald don't just down the thing. He then claimed he was being sarcastic. Sure you were. Great way to use sarcasm when you're giving medical advice to the population.
No, I was asking a question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen. Now...
Just to see what would happen. You're the President of the United States. You weren't being sarcastic. You can't just use that to defend yourself for anything. You know, a murderer won't go, yeah, I shot him, but I sarcastically shot him. Oh, well then you're free to leave, Barry. See you later, son. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't just say that about everything. Anyway, moving on from one brain-dead leader to another, rumours of Kim Jong Un's death have been circulating online, with some reports suggesting he's now in a vegetative state. Probably the closest I've ever been to a vegetable. What? For those of you that are saying that's a harsh joke, you know, let's just remember, he's a dictator. I'll fat shame if I want to. If Kimberly is dead, I'll be gutted for the lad. You know, 36 is no age to die, is it? Oh well, he's now Kim Jong unresponsive. Yeah? That's the level of this channel. Welcome. I've got another one for you. What do Kim J and Kim K have in common? Both big arses. Kim K literally has a big booty, and then Kim J is just an arse. I mean, to be fair, you know, it's probably worse than that, because he's killed a few people, but, you know, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. Always read the blurb, is what I've been told, which, in many ways, is the arse of the book. So, sort of works. Anyway, rest in peace, big booty Kim. From dictators to creators, we're using that word quite loosely, to be honest with you. It's the Ian family! Yay! There's some backlash this week. Imagine that. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh, what's Chrissingham done this time? Has he sexted a 16-year-old? No. He'd never do that. No. Definitely not. Instead, they've received backlash after one of the girls had braids put in her hair, and many were saying it's cultural appropriation. The Ian family angrily responded, telling those people to stick your head in a bucket of ice. That's such a family-friendly insult, isn't it? Oh, hope you get brain freeze. Oh, you monster. What sort of response is that? They weren't the only ones getting backlash. This week, Idris Elba suggested we should quarantine for a week every year. Nah, you're alright. You can do that with your built-in swimming pool and spa facilities, but I'm good thanks, Idris. I mean, what a ridiculous idea that is. We don't start hiding in bunkers to remember World War II, nor do we ration food, because that would be mental. I mean, I think the sentiment's nice, but he hasn't really thought through the practicality of it. How would families cope? The Inghams will be struggling for content for a start. You know, you can't just expect them to film around the house for a week. They've got fans to entertain and film their lives for. Come on, Idris, think. There's been lots of YouTubers doing great things recently. David Dobrik gave away money, cars and consoles to people this week. Doesn't he do that in most videos? It just sounds like a normal day for David. In all seriousness though, it was nice to see so many people getting gifts of $10,000 or cars or both. So credit where credit's due. Turns out we're not just a platform full of paedophiles and perverts, so well done to David. And also Mr Beast as well for his live stream the other night. He got a bunch of YouTubers on a stream and did a rock, paper, scissors tournament to raise money for the WHO Solidarity Fund. Now, it didn't go completely to plan when TFU leaked the link to join the stream, as well as Mr Beast's phone number, so that made the whole thing got a tad awkward.
The people flood the system we're using to pair everyone, that would be cool.
And they had to take down the stream for a bit. But all in all, still better than the Challenger Games, because people actually turned up. Also this week, we did a clap for carers on the live stream on Thursday, so thank you all so much for joining me on my birthday for that. We weren't the only ones doing it, of course. We were joined by Prince Charles and Camilla. When I say we were joined by them, I don't mean on stream. It was from the safety of their multi-million-pound estates, of course. But watch them here, clap. That's it, Camilla, this way. Go on. No, wait until Charles gets here. A little bit quicker, it looks sarcastic. You've never used the NHS anyway, have you? So I don't know why you're clapping. Why are they doing a sarcastic slow clap? What? Why do that? Let's get a bit of speed in there, come on. It's like the parents when they watch the kid be last on sports day. It's just, ugh. Moving on, Merseyside Police released a picture of a man they wanted to speak to acting suspiciously near a safari park. Who acts suspiciously near a safari park? Oh, careful, he's eyeing up the zebras. Anyway, they released a picture of the suspect. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for him next time I'm out and about. I mean, it could literally be anyone. It doesn't exactly narrow it down, does it? All we know is he's got eyes. Along with that picture, they also said, we understand this is a very poor quality picture, but we are hoping it may ring a bell with someone. What bell's that picture ringing? It looks like it's been taken with a toaster. In UK politics this week, Home Secretary Priti Patel told the press that shoplifting has fallen compared to this time last year. Now, I don't want to make a bold suggestion here, but it could be because most of them are shut. I mean, what's she going to come out with next? A rise in homeschooling, fewer people in pubs, less people on the roads. She's pretty good at stating the obvious. Speaking of stating the obvious, there's been lots of stupid tweets this week. Here's a couple of them. Those with a hangover have less ability to make decisions, making it more difficult to switch tasks and retain information. You don't say. Who'd have thought 12 pints the night before would have such an effect? What a discovery. This is the problem nowadays, you know, we've run out of things to learn. Einstein and Newton did all the guessing, coming up with theories and stuff, and we're left with, oh, do you know, a hangover affects you the next day? Oh, really? Thanks for that, Margaret. Another tweet this week, this time from Trump. I have instructed the United States Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats if they harass our ships. How do you shoot down a gunboat? You know, surely it has to be in the air for that to happen. Unless Iran have suddenly got flying boats. Who knows? Also this week, Kanye became a billionaire. I'm never too sure what the point of those headlines are, really. You know, it's like he had a lot of money before, and he's used that load of money to make more money. I mean, if he'd made £1 billion purely from making music, fair play, because he started with very little, but there comes a point when you've got so many resources at your disposal that amplifying that wealth even further shouldn't be that impressive. What I'm trying to say is the first million is more difficult than the second, and so on. Speaking of rich people, Kylie Jenner bought a $36.5 million resort. You know you've got too much money when they stop calling it a house and they start calling it a resort. You know, it's not Disney World, is it? It's got 7 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms. I mean, at what point do you need twice as many bathrooms as bedrooms? Who came up with that? I mean, even if all 7 bedrooms are occupied, that's only 7 people. Maximum 14, if you sharing a bed. Do each individual person need their own toilet? I mean, I'm not an architect, obviously, but if I was them, I'd have gone, let's stick a few more bedrooms in there. Let's get rid of a few of the toilets. Or, you know, pool table, ping pong, bar. It's probably already got all those things, let's face it. Beach. Let's have an indoor beach. Don't know why. I don't even like the beach. Let's stick one in there. Money to burn. What else would I have? A Ferris wheel. Literally no interest in Ferris wheels, but stick one in the back garden. Yeah, I'd probably use it from time to time. And I think that's where we'll leave this week's Roast of the Week. Thank you very much for watching. I'd really appreciate you dropping a like on this video. That'd be fantastic. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. We're getting so close now to 25,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate you subscribing if you haven't already. And also feel free to share the video. That really, really helps the channel out as well. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. Links in the description below. And I'll see you sometime midweek for a new sort of video this week. Look forward to that. It's a sketch video, my first sketch, so I hope you guys enjoy. It should be out midweek sometime. I'll let you know on social media. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Vegetative state. Vegetative state.